Hey guys, welcome to this session of the course. So today we are going to be talking about effects and filters in Photoshop. So first of all, we are going to start by understanding what filters really mean. So what are filters in Photoshop? So filters, basically, these are tools or features that are used to alter the appearance of an image. So these tools, these specific effects in Photoshop can be used to change certain things in the image, probably the lighting in the image or the overall texture of the image. So basically in Photoshop here, so from the this top menu here, we have the panel basically for filters. So when you come to this panel, you see all the filters. Okay, yeah. All the filters here are lined up here. We have filter gallery, adaptive, wide angle, camera raw filter, lens correction, liquidify. So there are lots of filters here, quite a lot of them. So basically in Photoshop, there are simple filters and also complex filters. So simple filters are basically filters like blur. Okay, let me try doing something on this image so you understand what I mean by simple filters. So I'll just drag in this image here. I'll expand it so it will fill the whole artboard. So for this one now, I'm going to use a Gaussian blur filter. Gaussian blur. I'll increase the radius to, let's say, as high as this. Yeah. So you see the entire image now is all blurred up, so you can't really see the actual image here. Then I'll let it save. Then now from the layer panel down here, I will click on these layer styles here. You see I can play around with this filter. So I'll leave it at soft lights. So let me toggle this. I'll toggle it off so you see the before. This is the before, this is the after. So basically this filter now is a little bit too sharp. So what I can do is just to go down to opacity here and reduce the opacity slightly. Let me say I'll leave it like this. So you see now it's kind of okay like this. So I can turn it off and turn it on. So just with these little clicks, we already have like a little difference from the original image and what we have now. So this is just like a simple filter that you can just use. You can still go and play around with some other filters here, but I'll just leave this like this. So complex filters are some other filters here, some other filters that has some other alterations that you need to make. Most times complex filters are become in form of a plugins where you need to install certain plugins. Some of them are paid, like some of them are premium. You have to pay for their premium, then you install them, while some of them are free. So these are basically what you need to understand about filters. But first of all, before we start working on any image, like before we start applying any proper filters to any image, it's best for you to understand something, just like the smart object that I explained in one of the previous videos in the previous modules. So when you come to, let's say I want to apply a filter to this image, I will delete this. Let me just turn this one off. So this extra blur filter that we added here, I will just turn it off. So this is the actual image we have now. So for example, if I want to apply any filter to this image now, if I go to filter and let's say I apply I add noise, for example. Let me say I add noise like this. You see now I add noise and I save it. And then let's say I go to let me just add some little camera raw filter to this. Yeah, so this is the camera raw filter panel, and let me just try. I'm just trying to show you guys something here. and then I add the little brightness and like this. So now I have all these filters applied. I added noise to this, and I brightened it up a bit with the camera raw filter. But what if I want to go back and probably reduce the brightness or reduce the level of noise in the image? I can't do that. So why can't I do that? Is because I did not convert this particular layer to the smart filters. So before you work on any image, before you apply filters on any image, you have to come here and click on convert to smart filters. So it will give you that smart object kind of option, so you can always apply filter and go back and edit it whenever you want. So let me do that so you understand. So I just hit Ctrl Z and we'll go back to our original image. So this is the original image. So now before I apply any other filters here, I'll come to filters and I'll click convert to smart filters. So it will say to enable re-editable smart filters, it just pops out this option. So I'll click on OK, and then down here on our layer panel you can see that this layer has converted to a smart layer. So I converted it to smart filters layer. So anything we apply here, any effects we apply here will automatically be recorded under this layer, so we can go back and make any adjustments. So let me do that same noise filter that I added here. So this is noise, for example, and then let me say let me just do the same. So let me just try this out. This is not actually what I wanted to do, but so you can see now I have this. This is actually the adaptive wide angle filter. So I am not actually familiar with this one, but I'm just trying to play around with something here. So this is actually the fish eye. If you check the correction here, fish eye, so you can actually pick different orientation of the image here. I think this is full spec, so okay, so I'm just going to leave it as fish eye, and then I will adjust the scaling option like this, and then I'll save. So you see, kind of zoom in the image to a certain level. So now down under the layer here, you can see that all those filters we applied are being recorded here. So I can turn off this adaptive wide angle filter here. Let me say I turn it off. You see, it takes us back, and I turn it on. It brings back that filter. Then I turn off the noise filter. You can see the noise. So you can see now it turned off the noise filter that we have here, so I can go back and turn it on. So this is the essence of always working with smart filters whenever you're trying to apply any filter in any image in Photoshop. So now that we have already understood how to use smart filters in Photoshop, next up I'm going to walk you guys through all the filters under the filter panel. I'm going to walk you guys through each of these filters one by one, so you understand what each of them actually does, though I can't really explain in details for all of them because there are a lot of filters here. Just like inside each of these filters, this filter panel, these filter options that you see here, they are like different filter nested inside all of them. So if you see on 3D, we have generate bump heights, generates normal map. You see under blur, we have different type of blur. We have average blur, blur gallery. I think I've explained blur filters in one of the previous videos, so you can also watch that for to understand more. We have under blur gallery, we have field blur, iris blur, tilt blur. So each of them has a group of filters that are nested inside all of them. So this is something that you can explore, just trying to see if you can understand how to use each of them. So but for now, I'm just going to like give you guys a brief overview of these filters here. So let me try using this picture. So first of all, like I explained earlier, you convert it to a smart filter, to a smart object. So this layer here now has been converted to smart filters. So next up is walking you guys through the filters panel. So there is another thing we need to understand. Now the last filter I applied on the previous image was the adaptive wide angle. That was the last filter I applied. So now down, let me go to the next picture here. If I go to the filter panel, you see the first option here is showing me the adaptive wide angle. So I can just, let's say I want to apply that filter to this image now the same way I did it. I can just click on this. So let's see what it does. You see, it takes me directly to that adaptive wide angle. So this is called repeat filter. So you can just go and repeat the same filter for probably another image or any other thing. So I'm going to walk you guys through this filter gallery, not everything, but just a brief overview of this entire filter panel here. So the first one I'm going to show you guys is the filter gallery. So like I said earlier, each of these filters has like a set of other filters here that still has many other options under them. So like this now, under the filter gallery, we have artistic, we have brush strokes, we have distort, sketch. You see, these are like a list of other filters, and each one you click, there are a list of other ones inside. So this is something that you explore while you work. You don't necessarily need all of them, because some of these particular ones under this filter gallery are like quite old. They can still work for for like recent and contemporary designs, but most of them are quite like retro kind of filters here. So this is the color pencil filter. So as usual, each filter has like a list of adjustments options here that you can use the handle and toggle it either left or right to like alter the looks in the image. So from here now we have the first one, which is the pencil width. So I'm just playing around with this option. So the pencil width is, let me see what it's actually doing. So this image here is actually giving us a preview of this option, these options here, these adjustment options here. So the second one is the stroke pressure. Let me see. I think this is basically increasing the level of the strokes that are around the edges of her picture. So this other one is the paper brightness. Okay, I think this brightens up the image in a way. Yeah, this gives like a little bit more light into the image. So basically this is something you can just go play around. You see, this one gives it this dark feel. Just like it took out all the highlights in the picture and just leaves out like few details. I think this is very, very nice. It looks like a painting, like something that is being painted by an artist. I like this. I actually like this view. So this is dry brush. Let me see what dry brush does. Yeah, this is also cool. So most of the filters here are actually cool. You just need to play around with this adjustment options here to give, so it will give you what you want. And this can even give you like a totally different view of what you have in mind. It might give you better than what you actually want. So just good to like play around with most of the filters here and see. So this totally gives us a different look for this. This is called fresco neon glow. So let me move from the artistic filter option to another one. So this is brush strokes. Okay, yeah, so you see this one, it gives it this shiny feel on some parts of our image. So the second one, angle strokes. Okay, yeah, so basically this kind of gives it this slight blurry feel. Yeah, it gives the image this slight blurry feel. So like these are different options that you can try. This is distort, this glass distorts. You see, like it gives it this feel as if there's a glass, as if she's standing behind a glass in a way. And if you use these adjustment options here, you see it's like increasing the blur effect there. So as you can see, it just look as if she's behind a glass, so you can't really see a picture very clearly. So this can also serve for something. This actually looks cool. This can serve for probably a cover art or something like that. It can work for that too. So this smoothness, okay, this increases the smoothness of the, okay, it's not as blur as it was. Okay, yeah, so the filter gallery actually houses a lot of different kind of filters here that you would like to try out. So this is basically what I can cover here. So this is something you can explore and just see if any of this one here will work for whatever design you're working on. So I'll move straight up to the next filter option here. So the next one is the adaptive camera filter. I think adaptive wide angle filter. So as you can see, each of them has their shortcut keys. For the adaptive wide angle filter, it's Alt Shift Control and A. So if you want to just go to the adaptive wide angle filter, you can just press, let me go back there, it says Alt Shift Control and A. So let me do that, Alt Shift Control and A. So it automatically takes me there. So sometimes working with shortcuts is really handy for designs. It makes you work faster. So I think I already covered the wide angle filter. So the next one is the camera raw filter. So the camera raw filter is actually very wide too on its own, because it can be used for a lot of brightening effect and different things here. So explaining the camera raw filter, the first option here we have is basic, then we have curves, we have details, we have color mixer, we have color grading, we have optic, we have geometry, we have effects and calibration. So now, like I explained, each of these option has a set of filters that is nested inside it. So the Photoshop filters is really broad. So for this is the basic. So this is basically just toggling all these filter options here to enhance this image now. So I'll just try out something. Let's see, I'll move the tints up a bit and the exposure, curves, highlights. I usually like dropping the highlights down a bit, the whites, shadows, clarity. So this is basically what we have here. So for example, if I want to, let's say I want to see what the image look like before, I'll just turn off this filter, toggle visibility. I think I need to, okay, you hold on it and then you can see what the image looked like before. So this is the before and this is the after. So all our adjustments under the basic filter here, it gave us this look. So before and the after. So now I'll go down to curves, still working on the same image. So from curves here, I can either, let me try curving it down a bit. So you see, I'm adding this, I'm giving the image this dark feel, so the sides are getting darker. So I can still come down to this area of the curve. Let me say I drag it up. See, I'm giving it a different feel. So these are different ways to adjust the image. So let me just increase the brightness like this slightly, and yeah, so let's see what we do with the curves. Okay, this is the before and this is the after. So made it slightly darker. So next is the details. So here you can like sharpen the image, make it look more crispy. So let me increase it to the highest, and I reduce the sharpen noise, and then this is also color noise reduction. So let's turn off the details for the details and see. So I turned it off and turn it on. So you see, it gave it this crispy, shiny kind of look on most of the highlight areas. So next up would go to the color mixer. So this houses a lot of colors here. This is the red, so toggle this off. Let me take this up a bit, take this down. So you see it's giving the image this is more like color grading. It's like you're color grading the image, giving it a different feel. So this camera raw filter is very handy for designers. Even photographers use this to edit their image. So let's give this image a different look like this. Let me see. So you see her skin color has changed a bit. So let me see, this is the before and this is the after. So for me, basically, I actually feel like I prefer it without this color mixer. But anyways, let me just leave it like this. So next up is the color grading. Okay, there's also an option for color grading here. So you see, this is giving it like, if you move this circle around this angle, you see it's giving it a different color feel here, more like changing her skin color. So I'm just playing around with this to see what we can achieve here. So this is an option to increase the length and increase it and reduce it. So I'm basically going to leave it at probably like an average feel like this. And then next is the options. So this is distortion. Oh, I haven't actually explored most of these options here. So vignettes kind of add like shadows around the edges of the image. So if you drop it down, you add shadows. If you take it up, it increases the lights in the edges. So you see, if I take it up like this, it brightens up the edge of this picture. Now if I take it down, you add shadows. So now let's say I have made all these alterations to this image and I want to save these effects now as a preset. I can come here, you see, if I toggle up to this place, you see presets. It gives us this little description here. So say presets are fully customizable. Use them for a head start on creating your own look and get a feel for different adjustments. So let's say I come down to presets, adaptive portraits. So this is another option to enhance um like different things in the picture. Let's say I want to adjust just her eyebrow. So they're like, or there's an option here to like darken eyebrow. So your edits were applied, but updating AI settings may take time. So I think it needs to update some of the settings here in order for me to continue with this filter. But anyways, I'll just stop here. So this video will not be too long. So I think these are other options here. So now let's say I want to save this my presets here. When I come to presets, I'll now click on this option here, this little save icon here. You see, it gives me an option with all the effects I applied listed here. So I have profile, color, basic, curve, details, all those color grading, everything that we did here. So let me just save this as my presets, one, for example, or #1. So I'll save this as my presets. So if I want to apply this same presets to any other picture, I can still just come down to preset and click on apply. So let me just save this and see. So you see now our camera raw filter effect has been applied to the image. So let me turn it off. So you see these are before and this. And this is our after. So you can see the difference between the before and the after. So there are a lot of other things we can actually do with camera raw filter to make this picture look better, but for the sake of this course, I just gave you guys this brief explanation. It is something you can still go and explore, try and see what you can do. You can even do better than this. So next up we are going to talk about some blur filters.